Trotters on the track for the Crawford Farms Trot 2-year-old fillies. The one Hushaby, owned by Blake McIntosh. Heimbecker, the Mortgage Boys Stable, and Hushaby Stables. Trained by Blake McIntosh, driving Matt Kikali. 2 is Hypnotic AM, owned by Current Incorporated of Delray Beach, Florida. Marcus Melander trains, Brian Sears drives. 3 is 7 Times a Lady, owned by Okie Svanstead, Little E, and Knutson Trotting, and Elberg. Okie Svanstead trains and drives. 4 is Without a Warning, owned by Ray Campbell Jr., trained by George Ducharme, driving Scott Zeron. 5 Really Blue Chip, owned by the stable Really Blue Chip of Guelph, Ontario, trained by Tammy Cummings, driving Anthony McDonald. 6 is Sorpressi, owned by Crawford Farms Racing, J.A. Crawford IV, and Anne-Marie Daly. Dan Daly trains and drives. 7, I'll Do It Myself, owned by Rick Zeron Stables. James Walker and Van Camp Trotting, trained and driven by Rick Zeron. And the 8, Love a Good Story, owned by Pinsky Stables, Kentuckiana Racing, and Daniel Plouffe. Julie Miller trains, Andy Miller drives. 8 Trotters to the post, race 5, Exacta Tri Super and Win Wagering. Again, Exacta Tri Super, Win Wagering. 4 minutes till post. Starter calls the Trotters. Last chance to get in on the Crawford Farms Trot. Field is on gate. Again, the track record of 159 in serious jeopardy. Stakes record 157-2. Field at the top of the stretch, and here they come. And they're off. Actually, a host of levers in here. Really Blue Chip in the middle of the racetrack goes after Hypnotic AM for the early lead. And on the outside, that's Really Blue Chip to the front. Hypnotic AM back to second as Sears is going to wrangle her up. Back to third, 7 Times a Lady. Trotting in fourth is Hushaby. Dropping in fifth, Love a Good Story. Your trailers at the back of the pack are Sorpressi and I'll Do It Myself. At the opening quarter in 29 seconds, and Hypnotic AM with the lead. Now trotting away to a 2-length lead on Really Blue Chip. Gap of 3 back to 7 Times a Lady in third. Hushaby is fourth. Love a Good Story along the inside, fifth. Then we have Without a Warning in sixth. Sorpressi is seventh, and your trailer, I'll Do It Myself, as they trot in front of us for the first time. Your leader is Hypnotic AM showing the way. Good journey for Really Blue Chip the half. Just 59. As they trot around the clubhouse turn, payoff half. And Hypnotic AM, possibly the best filly trotter in the country, shows the way. And pulling out of the 5-hole now, and something gone awry at the back of the pack with Love a Good Story. Love a Good Story not traveling well. Now moving into second, here comes Okie Svanstead and 7 Times a Lady. They're at 3/4 in 1:28. As they trot around the final turn. Track record, it's going to be a new one. Hypnotic AM by 2.5. 7 Times a Lady moved into second Without a Warning. At the top of the stretch, Hushaby now fourth. It's Hypnotic AM. She's undefeated. Take a look at this good-looking 2-year-old New York bred Hypnotic AM. They breed him the best in New York, and Hypnotic AM wins it. 7 Times a Lady, and Without a Warning, 157-1. This is a new stakes and track record. Back to the Purple Haze winner's circle, the 2 Hypnotic AM, a 2-year-old bay filly by Chapter 7 out of the Muscle Hill mare Daydream AMS. Owned by Courant Incorporated of Delray Beach, Florida. Trained by Marcus Melander and driven to the victory by Brian Sears. 7 for 7 lifetime stakes and track record. Number 2, Hypnotic AM, wins the Crawford Farms Trot. In the winner's circle on behalf of Crawford Farms, the executive director of the Harness Breeders of New York State, we welcome Betty Holt. Two three exacta 380, 234 try 1780, dollar super 38.50. 5 of 5 in the pick 5, paid $19.30. Rundown Hushabye 4, Hypnotic AM 1, 7 times the lady 2, without a warning 3. Really Blue Chip 8, Sorpresi 6, I'll do it myself 7, and Love a Good Story 5. Rechecking 4123 8675. Time of the mile 157 and 1. Stakes and track record. Hypnotic AM. Downstairs to the winner's circle. Reaction with Heather Wilder and the White Knight, Brian Sears.
Congratulations, Brian. That looked perfect. Was she as good as she looked?
Yeah, she's a very talented filly, obviously, and just gets over the half-mile track so easy, and can't say enough about her.
She crushed the track record. Now we have a new one set with her, and well-behaved. She's going back to the paddock. 2-year-old filly. You wouldn't think that she'd be that nice.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Marcus has done a beautiful job with her, and she's very well-behaved, and just goes out there and knows exactly what we're trying to accomplish.
Well, she does. Let's make a little comparison here. Jim Panzee was in the same place last year, undefeated. You come into the final. Tell us what you think about the 7-hole and your chances tonight.
He gets around the half-mile track just like she does. They're very similar. Just one's a filly, one's a colt, but they both slip around there pretty good. And he's done everything we've asked.
Well, I think the fans are in for a great night of racing. Thank you, Brian, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Back to you, Joe.
Thank you, Heather, and just a beast. The 2-year-old filly, Hypnotic AM, now 7 for 7 lifetime, new stakes and track record. Brian Sears and Marcus Melander, the connections, and we congratulate Trot Incorporated of Delray Beach, Florida. We're going to send it back downstairs to Kevin and Pete.
That was called being everything you were advertised to be.
Absolutely. Marcus Melander is not going to be as confident as he sounded unless he's got the goods. He had the goods. So did all the horses who finished second, third, and fourth. But unfortunately, you can have the goods and not be able to win a race like this when you're facing something like Hypnotic AM. A beautiful example of a filly trotter. Hopefully, we'll get to see some more examples of great horses, and we've been seeing them all night long.
Yeah,
and this is just such a joy to be involved with this card.
And that was fun to watch. Just watching her trot. That was special. I liked it.